If one only views North Korea through the lens of Western media, they would likely believe it is a land completely cut off from the world, a place untouched by modern technology. Yet just a glance at recent images from major events in Pyongyang tells a different story. Thousands of citizens holding brightly lit smartphones in their hands. One has to admit, such images resemble those of any modern nation living in the rhythm of the digital age. Gone are the simple button phones from more than a decade ago. North Koreans today use smartphones produced domestically. Brands like Arirang, Samtaesong, Pyongyang, and Chongsong have become household names across the country. Many of these models feature sleek designs, large touchscreens, dual cameras, long battery life, and customized Android operating systems tailored for domestic use. While some outside the country still claim that North Korea has no internet, the reality is that the nation has built its own complete internal network known as Pyongyang, meaning light. This network operates independently, covering urban areas and gradually expanding into rural regions. Citizens can access hundreds of official websites, digital libraries, educational materials, entertainment platforms, local payment apps, and even online forums. According to a report cited by Reuters from the Stimson Center in the U.S., about 7 million North Koreans now use mobile phones daily, roughly a quarter of the entire population. That figure alone completely challenges the stereotype that North Koreans are isolated or technologically ignorant. Remarkably, this development didn't happen overnight, but has been built steadily over the past 15 years. Since 2008, when 3G services were officially launched, mobile networks have become an essential part of daily life in North Korea. Today, coverage extends far beyond Pyongyang and other major cities, reaching even remote mountainous and rural regions where cell service was once rare. Martin Williams and Natasha Slaps, researchers from the Stimson Center, noted that satellite images between 2019 and 2023 show a sharp increase in transmission towers and new antenna installations, evidence that Pyongyang is investing heavily in telecommunications infrastructure. Interestingly, most North Koreans interviewed, particularly those who have lived there, say they use their phones daily mainly for communication, small-scale business, trade, and transactions. In an economy slowly opening internally, owning a smartphone isn't just about convenience, it's a vital tool for work, communication, and management. Mobile phones in North Korea serve not only for calling and texting, but also for education and entertainment. On domestic smartphones, users can watch movies, listen to music, read news, look up materials, or play approved games. Apps such as MyCCH, local browsers, e-learning services, e-wallets, and banking apps are widely used. All these activities occur within the country's intranet system, completely independent from the global internet. This ensures both national cybersecurity and effective state management of digital content, while still meeting the population's technological needs. In other words, North Korea has chosen its own path of modernization, under control. Outsiders may see this as restrictive, but for North Koreans, it is part of their strategy of technological self-reliance, a digital ecosystem entirely of their own making. Despite decades of international sanctions, the country's ability to develop its own networks, phones, and software is proof of creativity and resilience. This explains why, even surrounded by economic barriers, North Korea maintains and expands its domestic tech sector. The number of mobile users grows each year, despite the lack of global internet access. Among the younger generation, using smartphones for communication and study via the intranet has become commonplace. Born into an era of domestic technological progress, North Korean youth are more dynamic in mindset. Though disconnected from global social media, they use technology efficiently and creatively to improve daily life. Few know that the country's internal mobile and network systems are highly organized and structured. Experts note that this model is not purely closed off, but selectively open. Approved mobile devices come pre-installed with monitoring and content filtering software to ensure safe, educational, and lawful use. North Koreans can go online to read news, study, download books, access technical resources, or even shop domestically. For many, a mobile phone has become an essential tool for both work and study. Students use them for research, while small vendors and local markets rely on them to message suppliers and manage inventory. All this occurs within the digital space built entirely by North Korea, independent of any foreign platform. As a result, a new image of North Korea is emerging, a nation quietly entering the digital age, not loud or flashy, but steady and purposeful. Years before the world took notice, North Korea was quietly developing its own IT systems, domestic products, and training young engineers to run its telecommunications infrastructure. Research by Martin Williams' team revealed that thousands of new communication devices have been installed within just 5 years. Solar panels atop buildings and signal towers rising in distant mountains stand as clear proof of the country's determination to modernize. In a nation long burdened by sanctions, expanding its digital infrastructure is no small feat. Yet North Korea has done it and continues to do so successfully. Researchers have observed subtle but important social changes. As smartphones spread, a younger, tech-savvy generation emerges, more efficient, connected, and influential in the domestic economy. A growing urban middle class is taking shape, symbolizing social mobility within the country. Sociologically, the spread of smartphones in North Korea demonstrates the population's capacity to adapt rapidly to modern technology. Contrary to outside assumptions, they are not backward. They use technology purposefully, and most importantly, they control it. Major news agencies have published satellite images showing a rising density of mobile signals across North Korea year after year. That is not a sign of a disconnected country. It's proof of a functioning, expanding domestic telecommunications system. Though isolated from the global web, North Korea maintains strong internal connectivity, something few countries under similar conditions could achieve. Observers note that the Pyongyang government views technology as a soft weapon of national autonomy. By avoiding dependence on foreign tech corporations, the country can build its own secure systems, safeguard its data, and remain self-reliant. This approach aligns perfectly with North Korea's long-standing philosophy of self-sufficiency. Instead of pursuing globalized information networks, it focuses on constructing a digital world that reflects its own identity. Citizens have access to technology, but within the bounds of their culture, education, and laws. This allows society to maintain order while staying up to date with technological trends. It is, in essence, a unique model of controlled openness, development with direction. When one sees North Koreans holding smartphones at parades or public events, the image of isolation once painted by Western media fades away. Instead, we see a nation quietly transforming, where technology is a natural part of daily life. Those glowing screens among the crowds are not just personal gadgets, they are symbols of a connected society, one that is evolving on its own terms. From a practical viewpoint, smartphone use in North Korea is no longer rare. Domestic products like Arirang 171, Chongsong 2425, and Jindale 6 are proudly promoted as national achievements, designed by North Korean engineers, assembled locally, and running smoothly on homegrown networks. This proves that the country's electronic manufacturing capability has advanced beyond its outdated global image. Of course, everything in North Korea remains tightly controlled, but that does not mean it is stagnant. On the contrary, such control makes progress more stable, sustainable, and less independent on external factors. In a world where information can easily be manipulated, a nation's decision to maintain control over its data is entirely understandable. More broadly, North Korea's technological evolution reflects an important truth. Technology is not just a product, but a tool of sovereignty. When millions of citizens use domestically produced smartphones, they are participating in a digital ecosystem built for themselves, suited to their culture, language, and social environment. So if anyone still claims that North Korea has no internet, they might need to reconsider. The global internet may be restricted, but digital life clearly thrives.